Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, this is me Atiq Ahmad. Today we are going to study the most important organelle of the cell, and that is the nucleus. Nucleus is the most important and most visible organelle of the cell. Why it is most important? It is most important because the nucleus contains the genetic material, the DNA, and the DNA basically contains the genes, and genes basically control all the activities of the life. So that is why nucleus is known as the most important organelle. It is also the most visible organelle of the cell. Why it is the most visible organelle of the cell? Because whenever you observe the cell under the microscope, so the most visible organelle or the most prominent organelle which is seen, that is the nucleus. It is seen as a black spot under the normal compound microscope. And the reason behind that is because its size is comparatively large as compared to the other organelle of the cells, so that's why it looks very prominent. Now in animal cells it is found in the center of the cell, while in plant cells the nucleus is found at the side of the cell, because in plant cells at the center position there is a large central vacuole, which we have studied in the previous lecture. So in the plant cells at the center there is a large central vacuole. That's why the nucleus is pushed to a side. So in plant cells the nucleus is found at a side. We will move towards the teaching points. Here is the structure of the nucleus. The nucleus is covered by a double membrane. That double membrane structure is known as nuclear envelope, and that nuclear envelope contains small pores through which exchange of material occurs between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Those small pores are known as nuclear pores. Now inside the membrane there is nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is basically the granular matrix, the matrix which contain small granules, so that's why that is called granular matrix. So nucleoplasm is basically the granular matrix inside the nucleus. In nucleoplasm, one or two small organelles which are known as nucleoli, a singular is nucleolus, as well as the chromosomes are found inside the nucleoplasm. So the nucleoplasm contains two important things. Number one or more nucleoli, and secondly the chromosomes. The chromosomes are basically X-shaped structure. These chromosomes are basically visible during the cell division process. Whenever the cell division starts, so there are several phases of the cell division. During the second phase, the metaphase, the chromosomes are more visible. They are very prominent and they are visible under the microscope. But whenever there is no cell division, so then the chromosome is disassembled, and a network of thread is made from the chromosome, and that network of small threads is known as chromatin network. So chromosomes are visible during the cell division, and specifically speaking during the metaphase stage of cell division, while during the normal condition, whenever there is no cell division, so the chromosome are in the form of chromatin network, in the form of small threads which form a network. Now chromosomes are made of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and proteins. These are the two components of the chromosome. That histone proteins we have already studied in class 8, that histone proteins are there, and the DNA is wrapped around those histone proteins. So as a result the chromosome are made. Now the basic important component of the nucleus the brain of the nucleus. That is basically the DNA. Nucleus itself is the brain of the cell, and DNA is then the brain of the nucleus, because the DNA is made of genes, and genes basically control all the activities of a cell as well as of all organism. So this is basically the DNA and the genes basically which control all the activities of life. Now each species of living organism has a specific number of chromosomes. For example, in human cells there are 46 chromosomes, in onion cells there are 16, in radish 18. Similarly in monkeys there are 48 chromosomes. Diagrammatically we will observe the cell here. Inside the cell, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleus diagram. This is the nuclear envelope, this one. This is a double membrane structure. This is the nuclear envelope. It is a double membrane structure. Now this is chromatin, the ground substance inside. This is chromatin, the ground substance inside. And nucleolus. This is a nucleolus, we have already described. These are small pores. These are small pores. These are small pores which are found in the nuclear envelope, through which exchange of material takes place between the inside the nucleoplasm and the outside the cytoplasm, because this nucleus is basically inside a large cell. So exchange of material takes place through the nuclear pores. Now these are endoplasmic reticulum which are surrounding this nucleus, and this is rough endoplasmic reticulum, so the ribosomes are found on its surface. So this is all about today's lecture. Next time inshallah see you with a new and fresh lecture. Take care. Allah Hafiz.